Live from the Mainstream Cannabis Media Empire, I'm Travis Lippert, CEO of Veedverks Unlimited Limited, better known as Veedverks.
I'm Michael Miller, International Business Director for PanaceaLife.com, CBD manufacturer, and pretty soon, Golden, Colorado. Beautiful Golden, Colorado. What a lot of snow last night and this morning, right?
Yeah, we got some snow.
Yeah. No, we'll bring you in a second.
So today we're going to have Josh Whitaker from Team Mary Jane. Let me try and say that again. Team Mary Jane Marketing.
Right.
And we're going to talk to him about marketing and whatnot.
One of the largest social media, social networking companies in the industry. Branding, content writing, the whole 9 yards.
We're going to have to talk about what's going on in Oklahoma today, too.
Absolutely.
Also,
we'll get Josh's opinion on that.
Yeah. And so maybe we'll talk about that first and then set that up. So in Oklahoma, there are two men sitting in Pawhuska, or they're arrested in Pawhuska, Oklahoma, for transporting 18,000 pounds of legal Kentucky-grown industrial hemp.
Who the state of Kentucky certified it as a passing grade of industrial hemp.
Passing grade meaning less than 0.3% Delta 9, THC by dry weight basis.
Yeah.
And so they went overboard. In fact, they didn't just test every 1,000 pounds and call that a lot. They tested every 300 pounds. And so they had 60, I can't do the math off the top of my head, but they had a ton of certificates of analysis of this hemp. And when they were pulled over, though, they brought out the drug dogs. There was a semi that was hauling the 18,000 pounds, and there was a minivan following it, from Patriot Shield Security. And they pulled over because their job is to get that hemp from Kentucky to Colorado. Make sure that it gets there. And so it obviously didn't get there, I guess. But before they made that shipment, they called Nebraska and they said, "Hey, Nebraska, we intend to bring this hemp through there. Is that okay?" And Nebraska said, "Nope, it's not, because we're going to arrest you."
Same with Illinois.
And Kansas said, "Nope, nope." But Oklahoma said, "Yeah, we harvested our first industrial hemp crop last fall." And
I'm still wondering how they tested that, but go ahead.
Well, they had a roadside test that tests for the presence of THC.
No, I mean their own crop.
Oh, their own crop?
Yeah.
Who, Kentucky?
Yeah. No. I'm sorry.
Oklahoma. How did you test your hemp, Oklahoma?
I know, because they had the hemp study last year. They grew hemp. How'd you test it?
Yeah. Where's that lab?
Yeah.
So
you got permission. They could drive through the state.
Yep. And they made a wrong turn and ended up in Pawhuska, Oklahoma.
What a wrong turn that was. Like Twilight Zone. And got pulled over. And all four of the guys, the two driving the truck and the two driving the van, the following them, were put in jail for like a week. And the two guys in the van got bailed out, but the two guys who were driving the truck are still sitting there in jail in Pawhuska, Oklahoma, for hauling a load of legal industrial hemp from a legal industrial hemp state through a legal industrial hemp state to a legal industrial hemp state. And so, like, Mike, why are these two guys still sitting in jail when those other two got out? You know what inquiring minds want to know. I want to keep it real nice and civil. It's just hard for me to understand why the two in the truck, the security truck following, were released and the other two are no bond until their trial date, which this date's probably wrong, but I think it's somewhere around March 23rd. So are these two guys going to have to stay in jail for that length of time? Because they were the drivers of the semi that actually had the hemp in. But, I don't know. We were talking about it before the show. If me, you, and Josh go rob the bank and I'm the getaway driver, I'm outside, and you guys rob the bank, come out, we take off, we get caught. Am I just a driver, or am I an accessory to the bank robbery?
you're an accessory.
So why did they let the two go behind that were in the security van?
Yeah, why did they let the two go behind, who were in the security van, but not the other two?
Right. I don't know. It's a shame. We don't understand why. We don't understand why they even stayed a day. We don't understand why, after they said yes, we had permission to bring it across. They're basing their case now on this. The state of Kentucky approved it for industrial hemp. After they seized it, the guys went to jail. State of Kentucky went back to the farms, just did what they do, and they said yes, that was the hemp. And I honestly, I'm just dumbfounded now. We just don't know what to think. Why these other two are still in jail on a no bond. Now they're talking about giving them, 17 years to life for legal hemp, and all they have to do is test the product.
Just test the product.
That's it. Simply test it. They did a microscope test, and they said it was marijuana. So, the dog said it was marijuana. There's only one test in the world, to our knowledge, that can test hemp, and that's a potency test, and that's as simple as that.
Right. You can't do it with a microscope.
Right. No, because, I've been around enough hemp, and I've been around enough marijuana where I could show you two buds, and they're identical. They're beautiful.
The only distinction is that one has less than 0.3% delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol on a dry weight basis, and the other one doesn't.
Exactly.
And that's why you go through all this effort, and you do the extra testing. You do you spent 3 times the amount, or those who spent on the testing.
Absolutely.
Then they had to. I mean, they wanted that button down.
So know what?
Let me bring Josh in here. By the way,
we've been rambling. Josh Whitaker of Team Mary Jane.
Here we go, and let's see if it works. Welcome, Josh.
Welcome to the show, Josh Whitaker.
Like huge.
You're huge.
Yeah, my God, he is big.
Yeah. Why is my head
Godzilla,
so
the Hulk.
I can make this bigger. How's this?
There we go. Get him off my shoulder. He's the bad one. Wait, he's the bad one.
Did they have testing?
The devil and the angel. What's that? Did they have...
Was there testing? Were there certifications?
Yes.
Oh, there were. What Travis just said. There was a COA for every 300-pound batches. Those COAs were attached to the batch, and 100% hemp. It's just that simple.
Unbelievable.
I read today that Marlboro is getting out of the cigarette business because they bought that big stake in Kronos,
right?
A marijuana company,
right?
And they bought the huge stake in Juul, and
which I bought one over the weekend.
Did you?
Yeah, I don't know about it.
Huh?
You know what? I would go through a pot a day. That
I bet they like to hear that.
Yeah, I know. So now I've got to get one that I use more often, and that one's so small it's good for the hiking and the championship downhill snow skiing that I do. I can always put the Juul in my pocket then.
Yeah.
But
what I'm saying is I can't wait until that happens actually, and all of these times that we've seen these like fake graphics with Marlboro joints,
right?
I'm looking forward to the day when they're growing that much hemp that cops they're like, oh, that's hemp, or we'll take your word for it because thousands of tons of this are shipping across state lines.
Well, people are being arrested smoking hemp cigarettes right now in different states because now it will test as marijuana.
I know.
And it looks like it and smells like it. Oh, well, just real quick, I just want to touch base on the truck that was seized. The state is trying to say somewhere between the Kentucky farms and where they got pulled over, these guys pulled off 18,000 pounds of hemp and put 18,000 pounds of marijuana on it. I don't know if they realize or not, but not only did the truck have GPS, it had security cameras.
And they all had cell phones too. Right.
But the doors were never opened. So,
but what if another truck pulled up right beside it?
We were thinking about the Fast and Furious.
They cut open the tops of the trucks, and that one truck had a crane. They'd take 2 cranes.
I don't know.
It might take 3 trucks because you can't you'd have to have a third. We have to have is there a 3-lane highway going westbound across Oklahoma?
I don't know, but you know what? I think the way it happened is they cut out the bottom of the semi, and they would lower pallets onto a rolling skid.
That's smart.
Yeah, I think that's how they did it.
But since they still have that trailer, then surely they'll see the cut marks.
Yeah. I wonder if they...
But if they went through the back doors, then guess what? There was a camera on it the whole time.
Yeah.
Let them out of jail. These 2 guys need not be in jail right now.
No, they've got family. You know, they should be at home with their kids and wives.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Josh, hey.
Yeah.
Just stop elaborating so much about yourself and Team Mary Jane. So, hey, what did you do before cannabis?
I've done a lot of things, but most recently doing websites and search engine optimization for non-cannabis companies. And then when cannabis became legal recreationally here in Denver, I jumped in head first. Started a new brand, new company, new everything, and just took the same team and brought them over. Nice. Got a couple of really big clients right out the gate, which allowed us to expand really, really large, really quick. We just keep growing, right? So we're now doing affiliate marketing. We're doing influencer marketing.
Explain those affiliate and influencer for our audience.
So affiliate marketing is when you only have to pay whenever somebody sells something. So we have around 500 super affiliates, which are responsible for literally millions and millions of people. I'll give you an example. So let's take a famous health website. Let's say they've got 10 million subscribers on their email list. We work out a deal with them to market a CBD brand, and every time they sell something, we give them a little bit of money.
Did he
ever? It could be 20%. It all depends on what we negotiate.
Wait, you froze there for a second when you were saying a number that I was interested in. The percent.
Sure. Yeah. So it could be whatever deal that we work out with them. It could be $20. It could be 20%. I've seen some commissions go as high as $60 or $70 for a $60 or $70 bottle of tincture. It just depends on what kind of deal we work out with them and what kind of ROI we're sure to get.
Did he ever approach you with this for Veedverks?
No.
Panacea either. I don't understand.
CBD.
What's that?
What?
I didn't even know Veedverks had CBD.
Oh my goodness! How?
Otherwise,
I knew about you before I knew you.
We'll talk about this.
Yeah, we'll talk about that offline.
Because in fact, no, let's talk about it online.
Yeah. Even better.
Will you get that stuff? Oh, I see. So here's what we've got. This isn't, I'm not trying to do a commercial, but let's say, for instance, I had,
oh, wow.
Like,
how could you not carry that in your luxurious spa?
If I sold isolate and 3 kinds of
lotions
that won the Connoisseur Cup last year.
Won the Connoisseur Cup.
Here's the actual packaging for it, and then
oh man,
I had
look at that.
You're getting me excited.
Let's say that, and then I've got e-liquids that are.
Now this is for vape juice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like vape juice.
We need to talk
about
that.
Put it in your Juul pod.
Yeah.
And then cartridges that are now at 420 milligrams each. And then a variable voltage battery with a dual mode smart charger and a starter kit that contains.
Starter kit's incredible.
One of each. And we got swag out the wazoo in there. And people are.
Do you know many cannabis companies, Josh?
Could you sell something like that through your program?
Yes.
Awesome.
So, and then here's Panacea's new PM25s. I mean, they're fantastic. They really are. I take them every night. Here's our face cream. It's really, it's got this right here. All you do is you pump it like that, and a little comes out the top. You swipe it, put it on your face. That's why I'm 80, 85, and I don't look a day over 70. It's because of the face cream.
True.
So if you've got a lot of products here that we got to talk about your brick and mortar shop too.
Yeah,
for affiliate marketing, like so how would that
we want
work?
to do it? We want to understand it because you're going to affiliate market the hell out of
sell us on that, and then all these other companies that we're talking to, and you can have your pick of the litter.
Now, right now, we have about 6.3 million people watching. So pitch us right now. This is the fork in the road of your career. You do it right, you're gonna blow up. You do it wrong, it's over the cliff into the Grand Canyon.
Okay.
Why are you sweating? It's snowing outside.
I'm crying. I'm not sweating. So let's talk about before we stop with affiliates. Let's talk about influencers next, because we found it works best with both.
Wow, that was good.
Answer the question you want to answer.
Yeah. Good. No wonder you're up there big time. So go ahead.
So for influencers, you have to pay to get them. Typically, you have to pay to get them to do something, right?
Are these like well-known or famous people like us?
What the ROI is.
Yeah,
an influencer.
Exactly.
That's actually a good question. Yeah.
Okay, we can make a lot of money off our reputation.
We have 6 million people watching
right now.
So, what we have lost thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of our money, of our clients' money, in order to figure out how to work affiliates and how to work influencers. And the magic sauce is when you combine these two things, because Kim Kardashian charges $1 million per post, and we would probably never pay her. But having these micro influencers who have like 50,000 followers on Instagram, who's still in touch with their followers, who still responds to DMs and comments and things like that, they have a good conversion. And when we, instead of paying them $500 per post, we work out an affiliate with them where we'll give them, $20 a pop or something like that for everything they sell. As soon as they can see a little bit of traction, then they just keep going and they keep going, and they'll make videos and they'll post Snapchat and they'll make a YouTube video. So it's really whenever you combine those two things is when it's really successful, we've found.
How about an affiliate that has a race car? I got a few different scenarios for you. Let's say they've got a race car and they have 98,000 Facebook fans. Is that good? What do you think the potential is?
Don't know enough about it because it's too easy to buy Facebook followers. I can start a Facebook page right now and have 100,000 followers within a couple weeks.
Wow, do that for us.
Yeah.
You're a magician.
We've gotten off track.
Yeah, we have.
So you didn't want to talk about affiliates first. You wanted to we're talking about influencers.
No, it's the same. That's
about us.
Yeah. We're talking. It's really, we want to look at those hand in hand, because an influencer that has a race car, we make him an affiliate by giving him an affiliate code and try to get him to sell for you instead of paying him several $100s to post every time, because that way it's more cost effective for you, and he's going to end up making more money anyway. It's all about win-win-win.
What about how many? If an Instagram post gets 1,000 likes, I don't do Instagram like Julie does that, so I'm unfamiliar. Mm-hmm. What's 1,000 likes?
You can't judge it by that at all. Like, we have to do research beforehand. Like when we're looking at influencers, even when we need to look at them, we need to look at their engagement. We need to look at how many followers they have. What's wrong?
Nothing. You were just like freezing a couple times. It was good.
Yeah, we have to do research is the bottom line. We can't just look at somebody that has 1 million followers and say, oh, this is going to be perfect. Where are those followers coming from? How active are they? Are they engaging with them? I mean, followers and likes literally don't mean anything at all. Absolutely nothing.
So do you offer that as a service where you evaluate influencers?
Well, yeah. I mean, whenever we take on a client, we always evaluate the influencers and the affiliates and make sure that they're a good fit. I mean, we have to do research. Like, for example, if you only had a tincture right now, we would not take your money because we already represent 2 tincture brands. And we need to make sure that those are going to be successful before we take on more brands that just have tinctures. Mm-hmm. You have something unique, though. Anytime somebody has something unique, that's a totally different game because we're able to use the exact same super affiliates and influencers to market those things. They're not going to keep marketing tinctures after tinctures after tinctures, but somebody that has a starter kit, that's pretty badass. And I would like to do some research and call up some people and see just to make sure. But if they say it's a go, then yeah, I'll send you over a contract and we'll work with it.
I don't know. I think you should do a freebie for both of us as far as 90 days. What? And then we'll bring them back on, and the numbers will lie.
You know what? That's why you're buying hemp 18,000 pounds at a time.
Yeah,
I'm not.
I'm teasing. Yeah. No, but yeah, I understand what you're saying. Influencer marketing is becoming, well, it's here, and it's becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. And I understand about the involvement of the person. I've gotten some, likes from some famous people out there, but most of them, they might be tweeting, but they don't do the answering, or they have a company that does all the tweeting and stuff for them, and they have no clue. The individual has no clue what's, in their Instagram followers or Facebook followers or what have you. What's the best social media platforms? Rank the top 3 as far as building a company, getting the word out about product or service.
For a CBD company.
Yeah, CBD company. Top 3.
CBD brands are definitely our specialty. So let's just focus on CBD brands.
Yes.
If I had to say, if it was a brand new company, and we're just launching them from the start, on the social media front, then we're going to hit all 3 major ones: Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If their budget is strong, then we're going to immediately start making videos. You're going to see one of those companies blow up here real quick that called Legends CBD. We've got all kinds of videos coming out. She's doing a bunch of podcasts. She's traveling all over the place. She'll be here at Indo Expo here this coming weekend.
Yeah, she's going to be. You're interviewing her.
Really?
Yeah, that's her.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
There you go.
She is a person that knows so much about just nutrition and how to heal yourself. And I mean, we're rebranding her company completely to just on her, because she is just a badass. When you look at her certifications, you're going to be like, I mean, it just goes on and on and on and on. And to have cured herself after 10 years of a debilitating illness through cannabis and eating healthy, it's crazy. She's got a great story.
Yes, she does. Can't wait to have her. That's Elizabeth Mack, right?
No.
Okay. No, Elizabeth Mack is on the next week after Positive. We'll talk about that in a minute. What's her name again?
Jamie Hadfield.
Yeah, that's it. Hadfield. Jamie. Yeah, that's her.
Yeah, you emailed me about her.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be cool.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing that from Indo Expo, which we will want to make sure we talk about that. We should talk about the next few days before we
absolutely
get off it.
It's here. This weekend already, right around the corner. Wow.
Oy. Lot to do. Yeah. Lot to do. We're going to set up that different green screen.
Why?
Like, see, because this one is permanent.
Oh, you mean
that?
But
yeah, we're going to set that up.
Yeah, it's a good one. Bring
the machinery and, try and do something kind of like this, or more like this. Except with the clouds and stuff.
Right. Nice.
Do that there. But let's see. Anyway, so yeah, Indo Expo.
This weekend, Saturday and Sunday, is going to be exciting. Do you have a booth?
No, I don't have a booth. I'm just going to stop in, look at a bunch of CBD brands to figure out which ones we're going to carry in our store.
Get this guy. He hasn't even committed to you and I yet. Unbelievable. You're getting a bill in for this.
Seriously. First of all, I have already committed to Panacea. That's a given. Veedverks I'm just learning about, and I already like what I see. So more than likely, we're going to be carrying some of that stuff as well. What is that?
Do you have... We're the first hemp company to ever sponsor a NASCAR driver.
Yep.
If Google marijuana and NASCAR and see who comes up. We were the first hemp company to sponsor. So the NASCAR driver was Carl Long in the 2017 Kansas Go Bowling 400 in Kansas City, and they NASCAR took the logo off the hood at the last second, but we let them keep their money and go racing, and really participated in the comeback story of the year for that team. And then we sponsored Bobby Dale Earnhardt in the ARCA series in Pocono a few weeks later.
Nice.
And that was then ARCA didn't take our logo off the car, and so we were on national TV, which caused a stink with FS1 evidently.
Yeah.
Then we were the first hemp company to sponsor a monster truck in was it Casper, Wyoming, Cheyenne, Wyoming, wherever it was. All these American medical refugees couldn't take their kids up there if they wanted to keep their medicine. They couldn't cross state lines, and so he ran with Veedverks and American Medical Refugees and U.S. Patent 6630507 on his hood. And cops like monster trucks, so that was like a good place to do that. Yeah. We sponsored Brengone and the I always screw it up. Sprint car, like wing sprint car series.
Yeah, we had him on the show a couple weeks ago. Great guy
up in Pennsylvania. He's an awesome dude.
Yeah, he is.
And like those are serious questions about those. We keep working on racing deals because I'm telling you, Google NASCAR marijuana, NASCAR hemp, NASCAR. Like we are that conversation so far, and we've been that since 2017. So that 2019 is going to look like a lot of racing, I think.
You got to get on one of my favorite shows is the Oklahoma, the Street Outlaws. You ever watch that show?
Uh-huh.
You got to get a logo on one of those cars.
Well, that's the type of
they're growing.
That was
fast.
the type of phone call I was on when you showed up this morning.
Yeah, cool deal.
I was talking to a driver.
Yeah.
So as serving a part-time chief marketing officer for multiple CBD brands, my first question for you is, how much traction did you get from this? If your logo is on top of a car and it's getting obviously a lot of TV coverage, how much did that translate into sales? Do you know? Are you tracking all that stuff via Google Analytics?
Yeah, we haven't done a great job, but
he got
that's not what the future looks like.
He got garage passes. Come on.
No, there's more to it.
Yeah, there is.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Great.
Breaking news.
Can you just come on and say this stuff?
Yep. Breaking news. I can't do my drum roll anymore. I get in trouble. Yeah, it bounces everything.
So I noticed that you guys were talking about what's coming up, and tomorrow at the Capitol is huge.
Okay.
Huge. We have the autism bill is going to be heard. We have lobby days for normal. I just texted you, Travis, but what's important to Veedverks is more next week, and that's when they talk about the Indoor Air Act, and they're trying to keep us from being able to vape indoors. And so that's huge because we sell cartridges.
Sure.
So we need people out in drones. So tomorrow,
drones.
H-Bill,
we need them out in drones.
Yeah. Drones used to be a lot of people. HB 19-1028.
That's House Bill.
That's House Bill. That's for medical marijuana condition, autism. And that's going to be at the State Library Health and Insurance at 1:30. And then House Bill 19-1031, that's for one primary caregiver, is Wednesday the 23rd in the Public Health Care and Human Services Adjournment Room 0107. Okay. And then what else to see? And that's the one I just told you about, e-cigarettes to remove extension. So, you know, that's on the 30th. So we really need everybody, especially if they sell any type of vaping or want to be able to participate in things where they have e-nails and that sort of stuff. I mean, it's just gonna, they're just about to say, okay, none of that either. Opiates is Thursday, January 31st at 1:30. And that's real important too for those of us who are dealing with pain and using cannabis as instead of opiates.
I think Denver ought to be focusing on an outdoor clean act, clean air act, like driving up over Green Mountain and seeing Denver.
The brown or
just
haze.
It's nasty.
The cloud. Yeah. Well, thank you, Julie Richardson. She'll be back in 10 minutes with an update on the weather.
Y'all stay home.
No, I'm teasing. Stay. I wanted to. No. But yeah, that's good information. Thanks.
Well, the more people we have there, you know, you don't even have to speak.
Mm-hmm.
You know, warm bodies is what we need.
Nice. So for a website and for SEO points, what have you, are blogs that important? Is that where content writing comes in?
Yeah. So this is a big deal for several reasons. From a CBD brand, we typically will not take money from a CBD brand for search engine optimization because your competition is staggeringly high. You know, companies like Diamond CBD and Isodial and Indoca even. I mean, there's so many large ones out here are spending so much money on
Millions
content and creating content. And they've been doing this for so long that they've really secured those places. So unless you can get into some local stores around town, like the one we're opening up next month here in Denver, then it's tough. It's tough, right? You know, obviously, as we open our store, and I'm gonna do obviously tons of search engine optimization, and we don't have much competition, right? So anyone that's in our store is obviously gonna sell, but when you're looking at just a new up and coming brand, or not even up and coming, even a CBD brand that's been around for a couple of years, it's just too difficult to fight, and that's why we've got to utilize affiliates and influencers to do that. Content's very important, but the content that you're going to write typically is frequently asked questions. Is CBD going to get me high? Is CBD going to fail a drug test? All of these things have already been answered 1,000 times. Right? I'm not saying you don't need those on your website for the people that find you, but they're just not going to find you by you answering that question. They're going to find you by us driving traffic to that website and then them asking that question.
Right.
I feel so far behind.
I know. Well, I mean, he's willing to do all this for us free. Awesome. At least the next 90 days. We're going to come back and make or break them. So, what's the name of your new spa? What is it? Team Mary Jane?
So it's called MERLAN.
Wait, you cut out right when you said that. It's called what?
Merlan. MERLAN.
Why Merlan?
So, I coach companies on how to name themselves. And so we go through a pretty extensive naming process. For this particular woman who's a high-end stylist out of Littleton, Colorado, we needed to find, well, first of all, she's high-end. So we needed a name that represented a high-end brand. So we kind of looked toward French names and Italian and even Asian names. She's half Korean. So we looked at all kinds of different ways that had to do with hair and hairstyle and stylist and hairstyle and all these types of things. And so we came across this word called Merlan, which in one language means like hair. It has to do with hairstyling and that kind of thing. But then in French, it also means whiting, which that's her last name.
Well, that's the problem we're having with hemp drivers right now. But it will.
Their French last names?
No. But anyways, that just.
So it's a CBD store second. It's really a high-end salon boutique and spa, and we're just going to sell a shitload of CBD because we just don't have much competition.
Nice.
Locally.
And that's in Littleton, downtown Littleton? Like
downtown Littleton. Yeah, we signed the lease today, actually.
How far is it from the fondue pot?
God, I haven't fondue in a long time. I like fondue once.
One block.
1 block from the fondue pot.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's perfect.
Yeah. We're gonna offer these CBD face masks. We're gonna have an esthetician in the back, and so people can go get a CBD mask.
How many milligrams in that?
Those should be officially in about 3 weeks. 30 milligrams.
He's sending us a case each free. That's not.
I'd try it.
I would.
I bet that'd do great.
I need some help.
Yeah.
Am I
fancy?
Yep.
You do need some help. Yes.
So reputation management. I've never met another guy or company that does that. I'm sure it's big out there in politics, but what is it exactly?
Yeah, this is not that great for CBD companies. It's not necessarily needed that bad, unless you look at something. No, not as bad. I mean, it's when we're looking at reputation management, we're really looking for the dispensary client for those. So, $200 or $300 a month, and we can guarantee them, 8 to 10 5-star reviews every single month just from their existing clientele. And we utilize a software that will, if they select 3 stars or lower, then we ask for feedback. If they ask for 4, if they say we would recommend them 4 or 5 stars, it goes directly to whatever platform we need help with. So if their SEO is bad, then we'll send them to Google. If they need Facebook reviews, we'll send them to Facebook. If it's Yelp, whatever it is, we'll send them to those specific services, and then they'll leave a 4 and 5-star review. So we limit the bad reviews and we maximize the 4 and 5-star reviews.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's key for dispensaries because from an SEO standpoint, a search engine optimization standpoint, Google loves to see 5-star reviews, and they rank people higher that have a good website and a lot of people talking really good about them.
I wonder if advertising really works for dispensaries, or how much it works.
I think it does.
Does it? I just find one that's always that's close, and I just go.
I want to sponsor a road sign.
I like that. That's big here, and well, let's ask Mr. No.
You ever do any of that?
Yeah.
Roadside cleanup sponsoring.
Most of them here in Denver are dispensaries.
Yeah, absolutely. I've not gotten involved in that at all, actually. I've seen the signs all over the place. I'm definitely curious. What does that cost besides cleaning it up?
I wonder.
Yeah.
But Michael, you just brought up a good point.
Sure.
Say you usually go to whichever one's closer. That's the whole point from a dispensary standpoint. Why we'll do those 2 main things: search engine optimization,
right?
Make sure that they're on Google Maps and all those kind of things, and then we'll amp up their 5-star reviews. That's key because whenever you open up your phone, the typical person goes to Google and says dispensary near me. We're going to make sure that you're at the top. That's the whole point of that. Reputation management and optimization. Yeah.
Is that in your dispensary in a box platform?
Yeah. So that's exactly. Marketing platform, lead converting website, search engine optimization, and all those types of things. Definitely.
Wow, we just got Veedverks just got a new toy. We're going to show it now.
I have no idea what this is.
Oh, is that the ghost inside?
No, I honestly have no idea.
Dieter? No? Uh-oh. Josh, call the police if something bad happens.
Dude. It's a new car.
Yay.
Oh, this is awesome. This is from Taz Racing Customs, John Mowry. Oh, wow, that's awesome.
Let me see.
These are this is
that's
freaking
heavy.
Cool. What a cool.
Veedverks.
Oh, right, they've got our blimp on the sides. Look at this.
That's a nice car.
We're going to do a show with Taz Racing Customs is what we're going to do soon. That is amazing.
That's pretty cool.
I like how the grain, it goes like right through it. Look at that.
All right.
I was concerned it was going to be a ghost again.
We need to have Josh come in here and autograph one of them at least. Put that out there.
That's cool. That is really cool.
So how do we build more? Go ahead.
Hold on just a second. Travis, do you remember like 3.5 years ago when you were starting out and you came to our office in the Highlands on 38th Street?
Came to your office?
Just say no. Then
I don't remember that. Dies. Really?
No.
we had I don't remember who wanted to hold an event. They were having an event, like a social meeting or something, and they had it at our office. It was on 38th Street in the Highlands.
Was that the house?
Yeah, that's great.
Was that the house you parked
that was
in
the
back?
house.
Yeah, I remember that place.
Yeah.
This is so awesome.
Sorry, we're just intrigued with the card.
Oh my goodness, that was the nicest freaking gift.
That's heavy too. You know, that's
a custom painted die cast car.
That's not that. Oh, look, the wheels turn.
Look how much effort
that's
took.
Quality.
Talk to the 6630507 hand.
Could you imagine if that was his car number and then the announcer and blah 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 comes around the corner? Yeah, that'd be funny. Oh goodness gracious!
Wow. Sorry, that was a surprise.
I thought it was Dieter at first. It's the same size box.
The last time we got a mystery box, it was filled with ghost detectors and a ghost.
Yeah. So if we want like the 6.7 million viewers we alluded to earlier, you as our social media guy, how would we do that?
Well, since you're doing a video podcast, I'd make sure that it's on every single platform. Mm-hmm. Are you on iTunes? Are you on Anchor? Are you on? I mean, there's got to be at least 10 like top platforms, and you need to be on every single one of them.
I can see why not.
Yeah. Okay, get that done for us.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Anchor is the easiest one. You just open up your phone and you turn it on and set it between you guys. So that's the easiest one. But everybody else, I mean,
Anchor you stream live into?
Yeah.
Just from your phone?
Yeah.
No video?
It's the easiest.
But is there video?
Download the app. It's great.
Is there video?
He's not going to answer.
He's not going to answer that.
How
many times I got to ask this guy?
As you want.
You cut out. You cut out.
Oh.
Oh, no, there's no video on that one.
We don't want
it. No, you got to get out. Hey, listen, you're asking the chief marketing officer.
You want to put something out there where they can't see us? No, we'll try it since you're going to do it.
Means I don't have to wear a tie anymore.
Yeah.
We need to start using Restream.
Restream?
And at least going to Facebook and YouTube at the same time.
Oh, you can do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to do that.
Yeah.
We've got a good guest up next week, too, by the way.
Is it?
Oh, wait, go ahead.
Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Instagram Stories.
You can do YouTube Live?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You can buy a camera called a Mevo, and you right now I'm looking at you. The same thing. The camera needs to go wherever this camera is. It just sits right up next to it. You just turn it on, and it starts broadcasting live, just like we're doing now, except it automatically goes to those platforms for you.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
When do you think you could have a setup, a stream like that, where we talk into this and these, and it goes into like 3 or 4 platforms simultaneously?
Yeah, buy the camera online, and I mean, setting up is not that easy. It was quite a bit difficult, but yeah, as long as we're all in a room together and we download the app together and go through it together, yeah.
What time should we have over to do that?
Yeah, I'm pretty free.
Yeah, we're pretty free. This is what we do for a living. We haven't made any money on it. It's not about the money, though, is it?
No.
It's what?
I'm in this for the free diecast cars.
I'm in this for just nothing else better to do. No.
I think that even has my name on it. It's got my name on it.
No, it doesn't.
That is the nicest freaking thing.
Sorry, you're not being upped by a card, Josh. Hold on one second.
Not at all.
Damn, you are a professional driver now.
That is amazing.
These guys don't play. Look at the badass engine in there. The hood.
That is so cool. That's why you do a show, I guess. I don't know.
You know what? If you set all that up for us and get us our $6 million followers, I'll buy one off you and give it to you. You got to sign it, to autograph it.
All right. And donate the money to American medical refugees.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
There.
What else, Josh? We've got a lot of people watching us.
Still at about 6 million.
6 million. It came down a little bit. What's some good advice? Give our viewers some, hints on how to do it themselves. If they're just starting up, they don't have the budget. What's your recommendation for these companies?
That's easy. So every single thing that you need to learn is available for free online. Every single thing. If you want to be uber professional about it, then go to Udemy or go to Skillshare and pay $10 for a class. But if you want to be an amazing Instagram person, you want to be an amazing Facebook person, you want to learn how to do affiliates yourself, I would not suggest that because that's horrible. I already experienced that. But if you want to try, you can learn about it. Like every single thing. Seriously, I see just the worst graphics put out because they're trying to do them themselves. But you can take a 1-hour course and use a free service like Canva.com or Pixlr, and you can produce high-quality graphics for next to nothing and spend $10 on a course to do it right. Like it's every single thing that you need to be professional and do it right, you can learn in just a few hours or even over a weekend. We're putting together courses right now on how to build your own WordPress website, how to build your own Shopify website. And you take this 5-hour course, you will be able to do it yourself. Now, you'll probably need to go back, countless times. It's going to take you a lot more than 5 hours, but still, we're going to teach you how to do these things. But you can do it right now. Like, just don't. My biggest advice is just don't do it half-assed. Just spend the time to go through a course and learn these things, and you can become a professional at it. It doesn't take much.
What do you charge for a company evaluation? For a company that they're considering hiring your service, but that, you need to see the health of their company or what they're doing as far as advertising and things like that right now.
$1,500.
Okay.
It's from a CBD for a CBD company. That's not for a dispensary. That's not for a product company. That's CBD specific. That's really our specialty. That's what we do the most. That's what I speak around the country on, how to launch and market a CBD company. So that's specifically on the CBD side.
Cool.
And then if you utilize us for those services, like we need to build a new website or we need to do SEO or affiliates or influence, whatever that is, then we're going to take $500 off of that price because you've already given us $1,500 for the analysis for the report.
I think it's been a good show. Number one, we got 90 days free out of him.
Yeah.
For everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Good work.
And did you say you could get Kim Kardashian and do a couple shout outs for Veedverks and Panacea?
Yeah, of course. Just $1 million. That's all.
All right. What? God, I figured.
It always comes down to that.
I know.
The missing $1 million. If you just had $1 million,
yeah,
you could do so much with it.
God, we're not even charging him. He's thinking about charging us.
I can get Justin Bieber to show up to a party for about $2.4 million.
I jumped on stage with Vanilla Ice for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beat that.
How many sales did that translate to?
Hundreds. He actually lives in Palm Beach County.
Really?
Yeah. My nephew is a manager. He's just a young guy, manager of a CVS store, and Vanilla Ice comes in there sometimes.
I went to high school with his sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, in Florida?
No, this is in Texas, in Louisville, Texas.
Oh, is that where they're from?
That's where his mother-in-law which was her daughter. So they're half brother, half sister.
Wow, you know the family tree. How about that?
I do.
You got skill. You just find all this on that internet thing, right?
Reading Wikipedia.
Yeah. How can Wikipedia be free? Do people really donate?
Somebody must.
Hell yeah.
They have to, because they're pretty accurate. That's for sure. Wikipedia. Yeah. Well, Josh, great having you on.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, we really appreciate it.
Who's up next Tuesday?
Next Tuesday is Positive Terrence Nelson, 7-time sitting senator, Rastafarian out of U.S. Virgin Islands, St. Croix to be exact. I don't think he ran this year because he did get medical marijuana approved on the islands, and he's focusing on that. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, that hemp, CBD, the whole 9 yards.
So there's two awesome people from the Virgin Islands: Tim Duncan, Senator Positive
Nelson.
Nelson.
Have you ever met him, Terrence Nelson?
It sounds kind of familiar, but I'm not sure. Not 100%.
He spoke for me a few times. Rastafarian, dreadlocks. No,
not to be confused with Senator Negative Jeff Sessions.
Yeah, not to be confused. Yeah, but great having you on, buddy. We're gonna have a great show next.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Thanks
you so much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
See you, buddy.
All right.
Definitely excited about Senator Nelson being on next Tuesday at 10:30. If you want to, you should tune in, see what's happening throughout the Caribbean, Central South America. He's plugged into the organizations that really, keep those countries informed and, try to get marijuana and CBD approved.
That'll be awesome.
Yeah. We're off?
We're not off, but we'll be at Indo Expo this weekend, somewhere in the greater Denver metro area.
Yeah, Denver Mart.
Mart.
Yep, looking forward to that. It's always a good show. Stephanie Zimmer, and they put on a really good expo.
Cannabis Clinicians Colorado's tonight. Yes. That's downtown Denver. I don't know, Facebook them. You find out where it is. And then Friday night is, what are we doing at the...
Breaking News Lady.
Friday night we have, it's an industry night.
Industry night, Friday night.
Marley's on Broadway.
At Marley's on Broadway.
What is that like? Have you ever been to one?
Yes. Marley's is really cool. I didn't realize he had this, but you walk in and it's like a 20 by 60 room. And he's doing like a CBD emporium in there, but it's a smoke shop. And there's also a lounge upstairs.
I've seen that Facebook.
So I'm really excited. We're going to be able to go, hey, why don't you meet me at Marley's and we'll talk about this deal or that deal. We finally have a place to go. And
nice.
So,
cool. And that's Friday night?
That's Friday night. Looper's going to be stopping there.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, and it's an industry night. Veedverks is one of the hosts. So
nice. You going to be there?
Yes.
Then I might.
Nice.
It should be fun. The other thing that's going on is the vegan dinner. And what we're saying
wow,
is
that sounds delicious.
Go eat the vegan dinner, then come by and see us, and we might have some other groceries for you.
What is the vegan dinner for? What's that? Who's doing
that's part of Indo Expo.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
What night is that?
That's Friday night too, but it starts like at 6, and ours doesn't start till like 7. Okay. So, you can only eat so much vegan food for so long.
Yeah, I don't know if I've really had vegan food. What is vegan food? It doesn't have eyes, ears, and stuff? What?
No.
No
animal products.
No
heartbeat or...
Do they drink milk?
No.
No?
No.
Oh, so they have thin bones, these people.
Yeah,
no,
they're usually in really good shape. Unless they're all they eat is carbs, and then they're not too healthy. A lot of these vegetarian and vegans, they eat a lot of carbs. Oh yeah.
See, I'm looking at every menu on the box now. Low carb as much as I can.
Yeah. I've been keto for years.
Yeah.
So.
What's keto? Is that like the caveman? I mean,
I do eat lean, responsibly harvest meat.
Whatever's in the freezer to me.
Well, I mean, I'm from South Louisiana. Everything was shot or caught by one of my sons. I had a freezer full of critters.
Great show today.
Yeah.
Had fun.
Thanks for joining, everybody. We will see you
next week. Senator Nelson.
Senator Positive Nelson, not Senator Negative Sessions.
Yeah. Have a good day, guys.